So since Sam's room is done, I wanted to get a few things done out front here, so I've been working on that before I start doing the furniture in her bedroom. So here's the front, and I'll show you what I've been doing. Remember I planted flowers in this garden? Well, they never came up. So I have a lot of hostas, so I picked some and replanted. That's just a tiny one. It'll grow big though. And replanted here, weeded the garden, add some decorations, and I've been painting these chairs. They were white, like you see the legs back there? That ugly looking dirty old white the whole things were, and they just looked so silly out here. So I've been painting them. They're looking really good. Obviously they need more. I gotta do the backs of the legs and stuff, but they're looking way better. And this little table I picked up for 20 bucks. So it looks cute out there because I didn't have anything. So this is what I've been doing for the afternoon. And I love, love, love the way it's turning out. Over here, I've been weeding this garden as well. I gotta get this grass up that's growing. And then I gotta weed all this area. It's a lot of work. But I love it. It's looking super nice. And Jeremy bought these hanging flowers. They look pretty there too, don't they? All right, I'm gonna head inside and get painting Sam's furniture. This is her night table and she wants it repainted. So I'm just gonna touch up the pink and then I'm gonna do these doors and this one here in like not quite as blue, more like a gray, off-white eggshell color. So I'm gonna touch that up right now too. So I don't have blue, but I have like an eggshell color. It's gonna have to do. It's different at least. Break up the pink. And these stickers are gonna have to get painted because they were put on top of the paint and now they're stuck here. I mean, I could rip them off, then they'd just be gone though. Oh, see, I don't want it to break, damn it. And that's a problem. And then you're just stuck with a broken thing on there. So now I have to paint them and inside. That's always fun. Getting in those like little tiny spaces. It's not that off, the color. Like it's obviously not the same, but it's not that different. It's not terrible. Might have to get a smaller paintbrush for those tiny sections. It's pretty cute though. I actually really like that color. I gotta run out this morning and get some other things, so I'll grab that paintbrush and then finish up around it. I like that. That's nice though. That's gonna look really good. Didn't it turn out so sweet? I love it. And here's the chalkboard. That side's a chalkboard, so it's cool. It looks so fresh and beautiful. Now I've started on Sam's desk. So this is a primer I've done on the chair so far, and I'm gonna do it on here as well. Oh, I left my brush downstairs. So this, yeah, I'll just do probably 2 coats of primer on all of it, just to be safe. And I sanded it a little bit as well before I did it. I need to get my brush. Oh my land, how cute do these look? Alright, so I got those 2 done and matching, and I absolutely love it, and Sam loves it, which is super important. Like I said, this dresser used to be Jeremy's dresser when he was a kid. We passed it down to Sam, and if we ever have another child, it'll get that dresser or this desk when Sam grows out of it. So that's why I only did pink right here, because if we happen to have a son one day and we wanted to pass the dresser down to him, I would have to cover up a lot of pink. So if I just did the 2 outsides of the drawers, that'll be really easy to fix if we ever have a son to pass it down to. And if not, well, then it'll be Sam's for a long time. But it looks 1,000 times better than it did with that wood and marks all over it and stuff. And then I love how it matches her night table, only it's like the opposite. The night table's more pink with a bit of blue, and this is the blue with a bit of pink. So next I'm onto her dresser, and that is going to be the last thing, and I'm going to paint it white so it'll match kind of like all the trim and stuff. It won't match this little set, but it'll match the trim. So we'll go from there, unless I get creative and do it the same colors. But she kind of says she wants white, so we're going to give that a go. My neck's killing me, so I think I'm done painting for the day or a couple of days. Gonna take a little break, and then I'll go into the dresser because that's gonna be a big job. All right, so now I'm going to start painting the dresser. In case I forgot to mention, which I think I did. So in the last video, I had told you that we were getting, Sam's grandma was giving her a set, like an old set of her dressers. They're really nice dressers. And she was gonna give them to Sam. So I had moved Sam's furniture out of her room while I painted and was just gonna move the new dressers in. Unfortunately, those dressers are really big, so they don't look that good in Sam's room. They kind of just take up too much space. So we moved them into our room, and the dressers that were currently in our room, they're gonna go over to the cabin. And those will be the dressers we use at the cabin. So I had to move Sam's dresser back in her room. The one in her closet was just junk, so I'm not moving that one back in. It's one of the drawers is broken. There is no back to it. So for now, I'm still using it, but I'm just not using the bottom drawer. So it's in one of the closets in the spare room, and it's just kind of hidden in there. It's not going back in her room though. So I am gonna put the tall brown dresser. If you can see behind me, these are the drawers from it. I already took the handles off of it, so I'm gonna put it back in. It was Jeremy's dresser as well when he, I don't know how long, like forever ago anyway, he's had it forever. So I'm gonna paint it white, and I think I might do the drawers a blue color so it'll match Sam's desk that I just painted and Sam's little night table that I painted as well. The blue and pink that I did on the desk and the night table, I might use the same blue on the dresser. I'm not gonna put any of the pink on it. I'll do the actual dresser white, and then the front of the face of the drawers, I'll probably do that blue, so that way it kind of still matches and we're kind of running with the same theme, because all those 3 pieces are gonna be on the same wall in her room. They'll like kind of be beside each other. So let's go take a peek in my room and see those dressers. They're really pretty, and they do look good in our room because our room is so much bigger. I also bought a bed frame. We have never had a bed frame for our bed, so we've been needing that for a really long time, and I finally ordered one, and it should be here later today as well. And I'm so excited to get the bed up off the ground because it just looks like a teenager's room in there. I also bought new curtains. So the purple curtains you've seen in the last video in Sam's room, those were new. I bought to go with the pink bedroom, so they just kind of looked really pretty in there, and I absolutely loved them. So I bought a similar style but white for our bedroom and longer because our windows are quite long in that room. So, oh, here, I'll show you. These are the curtains I took out of my room. So they're not very stylish. They're pretty old, right? And then bought white ones. So let's go take a peek at my room. It's coming together, and I'll give you an idea of some of the plans. The wall behind our bed is like a brown, a really dark brown. We're either gonna paint it or we're gonna wallpaper it. We haven't decided yet. Jeremy kind of wants to wallpaper it. I think that would be a fun project. So we got the new dressers, we got the new curtains, the bed frame's coming today, and then we have to decide what we're gonna do with that wall, whether we're gonna wallpaper it or paint it. So it's pretty exciting. Our room is gonna look so much better. It already does, just with the new curtains and the dressers. So it's like a lot more updated. Let's go look. So don't they look so much better? This is the wall we're either gonna paint or wallpaper. I don't know yet, but I don't like it. And then we'll get the bed frame, so this is off the ground. Looks dumpy. That little night table came with the 2 dressers. Looks pretty in here. So as you've seen, it's looking a lot better in there, and there's just a lot more work. I also have to do the trim around the windows and the rest of the trim on the floor, and then the closet. We're gonna replace those doors with white doors, and I'm gonna paint all the trim in there. So yeah, work in progress. We're getting there, and I'm loving every step of it because it's super fun, and I really love painting. I love seeing like the change when you're painting something. It's so cool. I'm like obsessed with her desk, how it turned out so good, and her night table. So I can't wait to see how the dresser turns out. I find it really fun. So now I gotta change, throw on some paint clothes, and we'll get working on this dresser. So I'm just doing 1 coat of primer right now, and then I'm gonna see if any of these knots bleed through. And if they bleed through, I'm gonna use another thing up there, which is a special primer for knots, and I'll just place it on certain areas, and then I'll do a coat of paint. This is good primer, but I have one that'll really cover like all knot holes if they start bleeding through. Awesome in here. I've got all of her furniture done now, and I'm gonna head into my room. I'm gonna get that bed frame built, and then I'm gonna hang a couple mirrors. We have a tall one that was on the wall I took down and moved to the other side, and then we're gonna put the mirror in front of or above one of our dressers. So I'm excited to start working on that room now that hers is finally complete.